Part 5, Chapter 11. I know where the graveyard is. I can see the taller grave markers from one of the streets on the river run route. Sometimes if I'm concentrating on my form or my time, I don't notice that I've run past it, but today I'm not thinking about those things. I'm thinking about Lucy. I turn off the main street and find the graveyard entrance. It's Sunday mid-morning and the air is still cool and crisp, but the bordering trees have left a carpet of leaves beneath them. Reds, browns, yellows. They give the grounds a warm, cozy look. I park the wheelchair beside a tree and keep Sherlock at heel as we wander among the graves. It takes me some time, but I find her. Lucy Sanders, our angel. Hi, Lucy, I begin. It's me, Jessica. But I've never spoken to a grave before. I don't know what to say. I don't know how. I'm so sorry, I choke out, but that's as far as I get before I start crying. I feel bad that she's gone. I feel overwhelmed, and I feel guilt. Guilt that I've recovered. Guilt that I'm happy. Guilt that I ever thought she was the lucky one. I can't get the words out, so I just cry. Jessica? The voice startles me. It's soft, female, and seems to be right in my ear. But it's not the ghost of Lucy, it's a woman. At first I think it's someone who's seen me on TV and I want to snap. Leave me alone. Can't you see I'm crying here? But then I realize I do know her. She's more gray and frail, but I recognize her from last year's track meets. And she is carrying flowers. Mrs. Sanders? She gives me a warm smile. It's so nice of you to remember Lucy. Oh, I'll never forget Lucy, I say, and a new flood of tears comes forward. She wraps an arm around me. Aren't you sweet? Then after I've composed myself a little, she smiles again and says, Your father has been very helpful. He has? I ask. She nods. We would never have had the strength to pursue a settlement without him. She strokes my arm. Your situation is more complicated, I know, but it looks like we've reached an agreement. We're thinking about setting up a scholarship fund in Lucy's name, something like that. Oh, I say, nodding, that would be nice. Congratulations on your recovery, she says. I see you on the news a lot. Thanks, I say softly. After a few more pleasantries, I leave so she can deliver the flowers she's brought and talk to her daughter in peace. Chapter 12. School seems almost easy this year. Not having math helps, but I think that anything would feel easy compared to last year. There's no work to make up, I just have to keep up. Plus, now that I'm walking on my new leg, people really do seem to forget there's something different about me. I'm still very aware of it, but other people treat me like I'm normal. The big exception is Meryl. I'm in 2 classes with her, and she always gives me the evil eye from afar. I try to ignore her, but it's a little unnerving to have someone stare at you that hard for that long. She's on her 3rd boyfriend since Gavin, so I don't know what her problem is with me, but today she actually comes up to me. He's only going out with you because he feels sorry for you, she whispers as she invades my personal space on the classroom ramp. You're like his community service project. I'm stunned. And the truth is her comments cut deep. I have no zinger to fire back. I just watch as she hurries off. Later when I tell Fiona about it, she grabs me by the arm and says, Don't even for a second believe that. She's just shallow and insanely jealous, not to mention cruel. I hear her words, but Meryl's voice still echoes in my head. Finally, I break down and tell Gavin, who's sweet and comforting and assures me there's absolutely no truth to it. Still, it's disturbing how fast weeds take root in my garden of worthiness. They're so hard to pull and grow back so easily. Chapter 13. It's Thursday, 3 days before the river run. According to Cairo's workout schedule, I'm supposed to be tapering, doing easy, shorter runs, but I'm starting to panic. I just don't feel ready. After school, Cairo sends the cross-country runners off through the back hills, so I stay on the track alone. How are you feeling? He asks me as I'm stretching out after some warm-up laps. You ready for the big day? No, I confess. Actually, I'm worried that I'm going to let everyone down. I can do the 10 miles, but the farthest I've pushed 100 pounds is 5, and 5 was hard. You'll be fine, he assures me. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but race day magic will carry you through. I shake my head. Race day magic? You'll see, and the whole team will be out at the water stations. They'll keep you moving and get you anything you need. I shake out my arms. I know it's from nervous energy because it's what I used to do before getting down in the blocks for a 400-meter race. I shake them out some more. In 3 days, I'll be facing over 16,000 meters. Suddenly, rigor mortis bend doesn't seem so daunting. It's as though Cairo can read my mind. You need to unload some of that nervous energy. Why don't you take a lap? So I start down the straightaway. I'm the only runner on the track, and after the first 100 meters, I find a rhythm. I don't push. I just glide. It's taken some time, but I've gotten used to the sound from my running foot and the way it's paired with the quieter swish of my natural foot. Wing, whoosh, wing, whoosh. The cadence of it is pleasant to me now, and this spin around the track feels easy. Heavenly. I join Cairo at our unofficial start and re-enter the real world. Watch your arms, he says. They're crossing over. I laugh. You are such a coach, Coach. I was just cruising. He eyes me, and it seems like he wants to say something, but he's holding back. Finally, he says, well, forget your form. Bad habits are easy to find and hard to break. I scoff. You laugh? Okay, well, give me a real one this time. You're serious? I ask. Sure. He draws a line in the dirt with his heel. Let me see some good form. He's being silly, but he's my coach, and since the last lap around the track felt so good, I take a few minutes to fully recover, then step up to the line. Runners, take your mark, I announce, doing a friendly little mock of him. Set, pow! Wing, whoosh, wing, whoosh. I start down the stretch, my arms pumping. Good form, smooth form, glide, glide. I say inside my head. My breathing's easy, my rhythm's good. I push, pump, focus, wing, whoosh, wing, whoosh. My peripheral vision vanishes. It's all tunnel vision now. Wing, whoosh, wing, whoosh. My arms open as I pump my arms. They slice through the air, open a channel for me, cut through the space. Wing, whoosh, wing, whoosh. I keep in form and push toward the second curve. Wing, whoosh, wing, whoosh. I approach ringer mortis bend and push through it. My legs burn, but there's still power in them. Lots of power. Wing, whoosh, wing, whoosh. I sprint for the finish line, keeping my arms pumping straight and my legs in line. And just for show, I cross with a little lean forward. I wind down, then trot back to Cairo. So, I ask, any bad habits we need to break? His head shakes slightly from side to side, but he's looking at me funny, and his dark skin seems pale. You okay? I ask. You're not even breathing hard, he says quietly. I notice he's right. I've already largely recovered. Well, I laugh, it's not like I was in a race or anything. Exactly, he says. No blocks, no competition. He produces a stopwatch from inside his windbreaker pocket. The loosely bracelet is still around his wrist, faded and frayed, but still there. You clocked me? After that first lap, I was curious. You seemed really strong. I'd better be strong, I say with a laugh. I've got to push 100 pounds 10 miles on Sunday. Well, all that training has made you really strong. He holds the watch out toward me, demanding that I look. You just ran a 60.2 without even trying. I blink at the digits. Wow. His face has its colors back, and there's a mischievous grin forming that quickly turns into a laugh, a deep, wonderful laugh. One I haven't heard in ages, one that means he's got plans for track season. Big plans. Chapter 14. It's race day. One more like run day, or more like run day. I don't care about my time. I just want to finish. The air is perfect, clear and crisp, but not too cold. We're all a little nervous, penned up in the holding area, but it's a good nervous. There's an awesome vibe in the air. Runners warming up, sipping coffee, chatting. It's 7 in the morning, but everyone here is awake. I'm anxious to get going, but we still have 15 minutes to wait. Cairo's plan had me not run at all for 2 days, and now I'm chomping at the bit. My body needs to run. My nerves need something to do. Gavin hugs me and laughs. You're like a filly at the starting gate. I whinny, which makes him laugh again. He looks into my eyes and smiles. This is the most amazing day ever. You know that? I can't believe you're here. I can't believe I'm here. He moves an arm out. Look at all these people. I laugh because he's definitely got race day fever. Or maybe this is what Cairo meant by race day magic. It's just exciting to be here. There don't seem to be any other teens in the holding area. Some college kids maybe, but it's mostly adults, and some of them are gnarled and weathered seniors. Tough old birds. I'm a palindrome, Rosa says about her 393 race number. She looks cozy in the wheelchair with a turtleneck under her t-shirt, mittens on her hands, and a blanket over her lap. I laugh and flash her my 369 race bib. Yeah, and I'm a magical mathematical progression. I've never had a race bib before, but I like it. I've also never had a timing chip strapped to my shoe, but I like it too. They make me feel official. Best of all, though, I like our t-shirts. Cairo helped Fiona with them, and they came out great. They're white with big maroon letters that say Root for Rosa on the front and Team Rosa on the back. Rosa's is a little different. Hers says, Hello, I'm Rosa. Cairo informed us that all the cross-country helpers are wearing Team Rosa t-shirts today. They'll also have energy gels for you at the water stops, he told me. Be smart, stay hydrated, and keep your fuel up. Fiona and the others decided against carrying signs, but they did make pennant flags for the wheelchair that say Root for Rosa and thank you. Our setup looks awesome. Plus the boys and Rosa have clappers and Fiona's got a horn. We'll definitely look like a celebration. I'll be right back, Mario says, handing his clapper to Fiona as he heads off to wait in a porta-potty line. Fiona shakes her head because it's his 4th trip since he arrived. He's nervous, I ask, and suddenly I'm thinking I could use a trip to the bathroom myself. But there's a woman approaching us. She's wearing a Team Rosa shirt, but she's not a cross-country runner. She's a math teacher. Miss Rucker? Fiona and I say together. She's wearing running shorts and tightly laced yellow and black Sassooni's, and a running bib, number 27. But it's her bare legs that are somehow shocking to see. Hi, girls, she says. I just wanted to wish you good luck. You're a runner? Fiona asks. Miss Rucker gives a little shrug. In my private life, yes. Wow, Fiona says. I'm noticing Miss Rucker's watch. It's a serious runner's watch, and her shorts have little pouches built in. I can see the tops of energy gels peeking out from both sides of her hips. I wonder how she calculates her pace, with her watch or with her brain. I wonder if she thinks in numbers the whole way, if she counts her steps. But despite all the indications that she's a machine, her shirt isn't made of that fancy sweat-wicking technical fabric that would be on par with the rest of her gear. It's cotton and more than just a little too big. Thanks for wearing the t-shirt, I tell her. She smiles, first at me, then at Rosa. It's an amazing sight. Warm and a little bit shy. Proud to wear it, she says, then moves away. Run strong, she says. I'll see you at the finish line. I watch her go. Run strong. I decide right there that'll be my mantra for the race. All runners to the start, someone announces over the portable PA. 5 minutes. Gavin checks his watch and says maybe I should hunt down Mario. We crane our necks, checking the porta-potty lines. In another minute of waiting, we're all getting antsy. Everyone in the holding area is moving toward the street. Then suddenly there he is. Sorry, he says. We ready? Fiona laughs. Yeah. Let's go, Gavin says, leading us toward the street. This is so exciting, Rosa says as I roll her along. I laugh because we're all like little wind-up toys, straining at the springs. A runner calls, Go, Rosa, as he jogs by us. Thanks, she calls back. Then she looks over her shoulder and says, Go, Jessica. We position ourselves at the back of the pack near a group of men wearing grass hats with hula skirts over their running shorts. 1 minute, the announcer calls. My heart speeds up, I suddenly feel lightheaded, and then there's the pop of the starting gun. It's time.